So we are back out in the garage today. We're going to drop the oil on the airhead and see how it looks. Probably not been changed for 25 years, so let's have a wee look. So we've checked the handy Haynes Book of Lies, but changing oil in it on bikes is dead easy. You just drain it out, put new stuff out, back in. We've had the dipstick out already, but I'll loosen that off. Thankfully we washed all the crap off before, so it's just a case of draining the oil now. Oh, you got a wee pan to catch it in. Now, who knows when this was last changed, so I'm hoping it's not stuck in. Well, we'll find it just now. So it's definitely the sump and not the gearbox I'm draining. It's just now. Right, here we go. Oh. Man, that is in there tight. Tight as a tiger. Geez, oh, it is pretty stiff. I'm going to actually get, rather than a ratchet, I'm going to use a direct thingy. Try this instead. Don't want to knacker a ratchet. Right, that's stiff as fuck. Foot. Kilos a half weight, here we go. Jesus. Man, it really is stiff. I'll give it a wee spray if that doesn't work. I'll give it a little spray if that doesn't work. We'll try the heat gun. Jeez, that's kicking and shoving it didn't work. So we're going to try a little bit of heat gun. The trusty heat gun. We'll see how this goes. Still going. Play Wordle or something. A wee squish. And try the foot. Oh, there, something's happened. Let's hope it's not the tool that snapped. Yes, that is it, freed off. Sweet. Dynamite. That's the thing with these old bikes, you're always terrified that something major like the sump plug ends up snapping or getting rounded off or whatever. Well, here's the oil. It's not looking too bad, look. I mean, considering it's ye ancient, so I'll let this drain for a good half an hour. Make sure all the crap gets out. I'm not going to bother doing the filter, I'm just doing the oil just now, and we'll flush it out soon after. This is just for the first start, to try and pump it around. Happy days though. Result, so that's the oil changed, that's the oil drained. And I'm going to put some fresh oil in it, and then you can put it in gear. So the gear linkage here is broken, it's just falling apart, so it's fine, it's easy fixed. So, but you can still put it in gear here. So put it in gear, It's definitely got compression. It's not going anywhere, so once we've got new oil in it, take the plugs out and see if it actually moves, make sure it's not seized solid. Sorted. These bikes can take any old oil, usually just use car oil. So my plan is just to use this to sort of check it, do the initial starts and stuff, and basically have it fresh oil, and then use it as a sort of flush. So before it actually gets on the road, we'll put a new like fresh oil back in it again, and a new oil filter and stuff. But for now, this will do. And you're meant to use 2050. I think this is, yeah, it's 1040. But it doesn't really matter. So that's the oil topped up, oil changed. Let's get the plugs out and see if it turns over. Whew. Well, look. So this was the side that was a bit stiff earlier on. That's good. So moment of truth, we want a big sort of flub-a-dub sound. So ready? Oh. Oh. That's okay, it's making a funny sound at the airbox. But it's definitely ticking over. Ticking over, turning over. Happy days. So all in, pretty good. Oil's changed. The bike has compression and the bike turns over. Makes a funny sound when it does so, but it turns over. So that's good, it's not seized. Looking at the bottom, it does look like there's quite a lot of, it might just be oil from whatever, who knows what, but it might be a leak somewhere. So one side of the sump was a bit weepy looking. Could just be old oil, like I say, from somewhere, but who knows, we'll have a look. Somebody could have just been sloppy when filling it, who knows. So we'll keep an eye on that. Next up, to get a battery. I think Ray's got one, and try and get started. So I had a wee look around the bike and I thought to do one more thing before heading back in. So I'm going to take the crash bars off. Don't know how to keep them or not, they're all rusty. Using a little foot technique again. But you can hear it's lucid enough. I've given everything a proper spray with WD-40. Like, the bike's ran out, so much so I've ran out of WD-40, but I'm going to take these off. I don't know if I'm keeping them or not. I don't know, I'm in two minds. They are rusty and scabby. I could get them powder coated, I guess, but two minds. Anyway. See, it's not as bad as I think. It does look like a rusty mess. But once you get things cracked off, it just comes off, and that's the... I think that's one of the old mounts for the fairing. I don't know what's happened here, but you see it must have... I don't know if you'll focus on it. Must have snapped at some point. Because that looks like a bits of fairing on it. But anyway, there we go, one crash bar. Very rusty, very scabby. But hopefully savable. I'll put this back on because I think it holds the engine on. Where's the last of WD-40? I've run out of WD-40. I usually buy GT85 for Lidl when it's on offer, or Aldi, and I buy Rakeset, and I've not bought any for ages. I've run out. Fucking no WD-40. I need to use the foot again. I'm worried about breaking my tool. The last thing you want to do is break your tool. Oh, here we go. Right, okay, it's getting on, so I'm going to stop now. I've got one side of the crash bar off. The other one I need to set about it a bit more. It is seized solid. So I'll give it a spray with the very last of the WD-40 and we'll leave it overnight and we'll try it another time. So far I'm pretty happy. The plan for today was to change the oil, drop the oil, and see if the bike was seized or not. It's good to see it's not seized. Gearbox seems to work. Obviously we can't try that for real. And it's got compression as well, so it's all good. So it's worthwhile. We've got a battery on charge down the road, so get the battery up, get the little auxiliary fuel tank thing, and we'll go for a start soon. Wish me luck.